So we're going to deep dive into this wild story that you sent over.
Okay.
Millions of coins stolen during dime heist in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
From City Towner. A tractor trailer hauling $750,000 in dimes
Okay.
from the U.S. Mint in Philly to Miami makes a pit stop at a Walmart parking lot,
Oh, boy.
and boom, $200,000 vanishes overnight.
Wow.
But here's the thing that really grabbed me.
Oh, wait.
It wasn't some high-tech operation. We're talking 2 million dimes,
Oh, my gosh.
which is roughly 5 tonnes of metal.
Wow.
That's not slipping a few coins into your pocket.
No.
That's a logistical nightmare.
Exactly. It immediately raises questions about the level of planning involved.
Right.
This wasn't just a spur-of-the-moment, hey, let's grab some dimes situation.
Yeah.
You'd need multiple vehicles, manpower,
Oh, yeah.
maybe even insider information about the shipment's route,
Right.
and security measures.
Speaking of security, the article mentions the truck was basically left unattended overnight in a public parking lot.
Oh, wow.
Now, maybe I'm naive,
Okay.
but you'd think a shipment from the U.S. MINT would have a bit more protection than that.
I would think so.
Are there no regulations on how this kind of valuable cargo is transported?
Yeah, it makes you wonder.
It's mind-boggling.
What's fascinating here is that this seemingly low-tech crime could actually expose vulnerabilities
Yeah.
in a much larger system.
Right.
It makes you wonder,
Yeah.
what are the current security protocols for the U.S. Mint and similar organizations?
Right.
This heist might force a serious reevaluation of how they protect valuable assets in transit.
That's a great point. And, it wasn't just the local police who got involved.
Oh, really?
The FBI was called in,
Wow.
making it a federal case.
Okay.
That ups the stakes considerably.
Yeah.
So how did they even begin to unravel this Dime Mountain mystery?
Well, the article mentions surveillance footage and tracking financial transactions,
Right.
which is standard procedure.
Yeah.
But think about the sheer volume of data they had to sift through.
Oh, yeah.
Security cameras from the Walmart parking lot, surrounding businesses,
Yeah.
traffic cameras,
Wow.
and then cross-referencing that with banking records,
Right.
especially those coin-counting machines.
Right.
It had to be a massive undertaking.
Okay.
Yeah.
But let's be real. Trying to launder 2 million dimes can't be easy.
No.
I'm picturing those guys feeding rolls and rolls of coins into machines,
Yeah.
probably getting side-eye from everyone in line at the grocery store.
Oh, great.
Did they really think they could slip under the radar?
They probably underestimated how closely these types of transactions are monitored,
Right.
especially with such a distinctive fingerprint.
Yeah.
Depositing unusual amounts of coins,
Mm-hmm.
especially in multiple locations,
Yeah.
would trigger red flags almost immediately.
Right.
It's classic money laundering 101, but they fumbled it spectacularly.
So they basically created a trail of dimes leading right back to them.
Precisely. And that brings us to the suspects. Rakeem Savage, Ronald Byrd, Hanif Palmer, and Malik Palmer.
Okay.
The article doesn't go into their backgrounds, but I'm curious about their connection to each other.
Yeah.
Were they career criminals?
Right.
Or did the allure of a truckload of dimes
Mm-hmm.
turn otherwise ordinary guys into would-be masterminds?
I'm with you on that. It's one thing to plan a heist, but
Yeah.
it's another to actually execute it.
Yeah.
The article mentions they used multiple vehicles to transport the stolen dimes.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine the scene?
Huh?
A crew frantically shoveling dimes into cars in the dead of night?
It's pretty wild.
It sounds more like a slapstick comedy than a serious crime.
And remember, they didn't make a clean getaway.
Oh, right.
Those scattered dimes at the scene,
Right.
that was their undoing.
Yeah.
It's like they left a breadcrumb trail of coins for the police to follow.
Yeah.
Their execution was far from flawless.
All right, so they're caught red-handed, or should I say dime-handed.
Hee.
What kind of legal trouble are they facing?
Well, the article states they're facing charges related to the theft of U.S. currency.
Right.
And because the U.S. Mint was involved, this is a federal case.
Yeah.
The penalties could be incredibly severe, potentially decades behind bars and hefty fines.
Wow.
Plus, they'll likely be ordered to pay restitution for the stolen dimes.
It makes you wonder if they truly grasped the magnitude of what they were getting into.
Yeah,
Stealing loose change sounds almost harmless,
right.
but when it's U.S. currency, the hammer comes down hard.
That's a crucial point.
Yeah.
The perceived pettiness of stealing dimes might have led them to underestimate the potential consequences.
Right.
They weren't just taking from a store, they were messing with the federal government's money.
This case just keeps getting more interesting. We've got a seemingly simple heist, with massive implications, bungling criminals, and a potential security shakeup. Where do we go from here?
I'd like to delve deeper into those security protocols.
Okay.
What exactly went wrong?
Yeah.
And how can this incident inform better practices for safeguarding valuable cargo in the future?
Right.
It's a lesson not just for the U.S. Mint,
Right.
but for any organization handling high-value shipments.
Let's do it.
Okay.
But before we move on, I have one burning question that I just can't shake.
Okay.
How did they actually break into that trailer?
Uh-huh.
The article doesn't mention any forced entry or specialized tools.
Mm.
Did they pick the lock? Hotwire something?
You
I
don't
don't.
know.
This detail is driving me crazy.
That's a great question. The article is strangely silent on the specifics of their method.
Right.
Did they have insider knowledge that allowed them to bypass security measures?
Right.
Or did they stumble upon a shockingly simple vulnerability?
Yeah.
It's a mystery we might never fully solve.
Well, I guess some secrets stay buried under a mountain of dimes. But don't worry, our deep dive isn't over yet. Join us in part 2 as we unpack those security protocols and explore the wider ramifications of this audacious crime.
Sounds good.